Hello friends, it's Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend, and guys, girls, you're not going to believe this. We are 3 episodes away from the end of our marathon binge of all of the episodes of Game of Thrones before the start of Season 8. Now, in case you missed the announcement, we are going to do reactions to all of Season 8 as the episodes drop. And again, another round of applause and some love down in the comments below for our brilliant CinemaBlend editing team who has just knocked it out of the park. Reaction after reaction after reaction, and have kept all of you guys so entertained. We are at Season 7, Episode 5, and we are picking up the pieces from Daenerys and her dragons just ripping through the Lannister army. So we're going to start right there, because when last we saw Jaime and Bronn, they just about got out of the way of a blast of dragonfire, and I'm really hoping that Eastwatch, whatever that's about, picks up right from there. So I'm going to press play. You're going to hit subscribe. You're also going to turn on your notifications. They both live.
What the fuck are you doing back there?
Ending the war. Killing her.
Listen to me, cunt. Till I get what I'm owed, a dragon doesn't get to kill you. You don't get to kill you. Only I get to kill you.
I'm not here to murder, and all I want to destroy is the wheel that has rolled over rich and poor, to the benefit of no one but the Cersei Lannisters of the world. I offer you a choice. Bend the knee and join me, or refuse and die.
I think he said bend the knee.
You will not kneel?
I already have a queen.
Perhaps you could take the black, Your Grace.
You cannot send me to the wall. You are not my queen.
You will have to kill me too.
Step back and shut your mouth.
You are the future of your house. This war has already wiped one great house from the world. Don't let it happen again. Bend the knee.
I will not.
Dracarys.
See, he's got Targaryen blood in him. Hey, welcome back, Jorah.
I return to your service, my queen. If you'll have me.
It would be my honor.
Whoa, boy. All right. How far away are they, though? Oh, boy.
A crippled boy claims to have seen dead men on the march beyond the wall, thanks to the magical help of a raven with 3 eyes.
Yes, it is a bit much. Still, we ought to...
Brandon Stark. Perhaps we ought to listen to what he has to say. Everyone in Westeros trusts and respects you. If you tell people the threat is real, they'll believe it. If you advise all the lords to send their men north to hold the wall, they'll do it. And if you tell every maester in the Citadel to search every word of every faded scroll about the Long Night, they may find something that lets us defeat the army of the dead for good.
It's a great point, Sam. People need to listen to Sam.
All rulers demand that people bend the knee. That's why they're rulers. She gave Tarly a choice. What else could she do?
Not burn him alive alongside his son?
I am her hand, not her head. I can't make her decisions for her.
That's what I used to tell myself about her father. It's what I told myself when I watched them beg for mercy. I'm not the one doing it. And the pitch of their screams rose higher. I'm not the one doing it. When their hair caught fire and the smell of the burning flesh filled the throne room, I'm not the one doing it.
Daenerys is not her father.
And she never will be. With the right counsel.
Cersei thinks the army of the dead is nothing but a story. What if we prove her wrong?
I don't think she'll come see the dead at my invitation.
So bring the dead to her. Only one soldier. Bring one of these things down to King's Landing and show her the truth. The only person she listens to is Jaime. He might listen to me.
And how would you get into King's Landing?
How would you get a wight?
With the Queen's permission, I'll go north and take one. You asked me to find a cure so I could serve you. Allow me to serve you.
I'm the only one here who's fought them. I'm the only one here who knows them.
I haven't given you permission to leave.
With respect, Your Grace, I don't need your permission. I am a king.
This plan seems foolish. They're gonna go north of the wall to capture a dead soldier and then bring it to King's Landing.
We did not choose you to rule us, my lady. But perhaps we should have.
You are very kind, my lords. But Jon is our king. He is doing what he thinks is best.
Last time I was here, I killed my father with a crossbow.
Last time I was here, you killed my son with wildfire.
You want Cersei to bend the knee, you can ask her yourself.
I don't. Daenerys doesn't. Not right now, anyway.
She has a more important request.
Wasn't sure I'd find you.
Well, well, well.
Thought you might still be rowing. Perhaps there's some arrangement?
Arrangement? You going to arrange to pay us more than Queen's service?
This is Gendry.
He'll do.
What did our brother have to say?
Daenerys wants to meet, to discuss an armistice.
She just won a great victory. Why would she want a truce now?
Because an army of dead men is marching on the Seven Kingdoms.
Are you going to punish him?
Tyrion.
Bronn. Do you think anything of importance happens in this city without me knowing? An accommodation with the Dragon Queen could be in our immediate interest.
I would like to see that.
Dead men, dragons, and dragon queens. Whatever stands in our way, we will defeat it.
Tywin Lannister
Files.
would have won this war
for this
2 moves ago. Incest is raging in 2019, folks. Incest babies
Never
left
betray
and
me
right.
again.
Your Grace. This is
Name's Gendry, Your Grace. I'm Robert Baratheon's son. Bastard son.
He was meant to keep that to himself.
You're a lot leaner. You're a lot shorter. I grew up on stories about them. And all I ever knew is that they fought together and won. Sir Davos told me where you're going, Your Grace, and why. Let me come with you.
This is the coin the slaver gave me when I suggested he free us and pay us. Take it with you, but bring it back. Our queen needs you.
If I don't return, at least you won't have to deal with the king in the north anymore.
I've grown used to him.
I wish you good fortune in the wars to come, Your Grace.
Those two are gonna hit it. There is tension between those two. You can cut it.
What does annulment mean?
It's when a man sets aside his lawful wife.
Maynard says here that he issued an annulment for Prince Rhaegar and remarried him to someone else at the same time in a secret ceremony in Dawn. Is that a common thing in the South? Or is
These maesters, right, they set me to the task of preserving that man's wind accounting and annulments and bowel movements for all eternity, while the secret to defeating the Night King's probably sitting on some dusty shelf somewhere, completely ignored. Oh, but that's all right, isn't it? We can all become slavering, murderous imbeciles enthralled to evil incarnate as long as we can have access to the full records of High Septon Maynard's 15,782 shits!
Are you sure you want to do this? You always wanted to be a maester.
I'm tired of reading about the achievements of better men.
Oh. Good find, Arya. Good find. Don't turn around. He's gonna be right there. He's gonna be right there. Boo! He's gonna see you. He saw you do that. Oh, he saw you do that.
How many queens are there now?
2.
And you need to convince the one with the dragons or the one who fucks her brother?
Both.
Who could this be? What?
They want to go beyond the wall, too.
We don't want to go beyond the wall, we have to. Our Lord told us that the Great War is coming.
Don't trust him. Don't trust any of them.
They're the Brotherhood. And the last thing their lord told them to do was sell me to a red witch to be murdered.
True.
Doris, I hardly recognized you.
This is your moment. They won't give me anything to drink down here.
You're a fucking Mormont. Like the last Lord Commander.
He was my father.
He hunted us. Like animals.
You returned the favor, as I recall.
Here we all are. At the edge of the world.
Yep.
At the same moment. Heading in the same direction for the same reason.
We're all on the same side. How can we be?
We're all breathing.
Look at this band. Tormund, Jon, Jorah, Gendry, the Brotherhood, the Hound. This is everybody. Look at this. That's great. That's great. Great. Oh my gosh. Alright, this season's been pretty great. This season's been pretty badass. Primarily because it moves like a freight train. It is just nose to the grindstone. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to pack it all in. And I love it. I love it. Once Daenerys arrives in Westeros, it allows them to play with combinations of characters that are fascinating to see. She has a band of people that includes all these different pieces from other seasons, whether it be Tyrion, or the Greyjoys, or the Sand Snakes, and Lady Olenna, and they're all on her side. Primarily because over the course of the first few seasons, they all hate the Lannisters for different reasons, so they'll bond with anybody who they think is going to be powerful enough to take Cersei out of the throne. Now we're at a point where enough people are starting to realize that the greater threat is north of the wall, and as Jon says, it's really boiling down to people who are breathing versus people who aren't breathing. Breathing versus not breathing. And they're going to go on a mission that seems really far-fetched to me, if I'm being totally honest. They're going north of the wall to claim a White Walker soldier to bring to King's Landing to show Cersei. That's going to be difficult. How are you? I don't know how you're going to bring a dead soldier back and still survive, like make contact with the White Walkers and survive. But we have 2 episodes left for that to happen. But like to get to the point about you have all these different pieces around the board, and when you mix and match them and play them in different combinations and new ensembles, you have Jon putting together a band that has all of those different characters who are significant for how badass they are from different subplots, and now they're with Jon Snow heading north of the wall, and that is a terrific tease for episode 6 of season 5, and we only have 2 to go. So Eastwatch was the title of the episode. That's a place. It's right on the edge of the world, as they say, and they're through the gate and they're heading into the north. It's an elimination game. Like really, it's last person standing because houses are being wiped away. Sam's father and brother eliminated, even though Tyrion sort of begged with the son, like, hey, look, you're the last of your line. Like, don't do this. And Dany wiped them out. Jon and the dragons, like, Jon was able to touch the dragons. And that, I'm telling you, I'm telling you he has Targaryen in him. And I think what Gilly was reading was something with, that was significant. That was significant about Rhaegar Targaryen. And I'm waiting for the show to piece those pieces together. But those are loose plot threads that are out there, and they're important. Bran uses the crows to check and see how far away the White Walkers are, and over the course of him using the crows to spy, the Night King is able to interfere, and that seems pretty significant. Sam leaves Old Town. He wouldn't head back to the wall, would he, with Gilly? I mean, I know he took books to sort of help them in their quest. He might. That might be where he's going to head back to. Tyrion and Davos going to King's Landing and sneaking in, sneaking out, grab Gendry. Again, we would have taken an eternity for this to happen in previous episodes, but there's too much happening. We gotta get through a lot before we get to this point. They put the tease out there of a Dany Cersei meeting, and then a Cersei Jaime baby. Boy, that's a wrinkle. So we'll see how that plays out over the course of 2 episodes. And the way that all this is setting up, season 7, episode 5 laid a lot of dangling threads that I think are going to get picked up in episodes 6 and 7. So we're going to get right to them. Reaction videos for the last 2 episodes of season 7 are coming to CinemaBlend's YouTube channel. Do not miss them. Go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. I think this is a great season. I like the way that it's paced. I like the way that it's sort of, you know, rocketing through, because you know the people, you know the places, you know what's at stake. So it's sort of just buckle in and go. Production values are incredibly high. The dragons look amazing. They're gorgeous effects. Locations are incredible. It's funny to sort of go back and look at seasons 1 and 2 when they didn't have the budget and just see how different and how evolved the show has become. I honestly cannot wait for these next 2 episodes, and then I'm ready for 8, and I'm ready to see what the end game is for this entire story. So we'll find out together. See you back here for the next reaction video right here on CinemaBlend's YouTube page.